It's a sad, sad week for the world, Europe, and, of course, especially Ukraine. This week, here in late February 2022, as Russia invaded the country in an unprovoked attack yesterday morning. So I thought I'd share a conversation that I haven't shared before here in the English version of the Radio Vagabond. It's a conversation I had with tour guide Ksenia from UkraineToGo. We were walking through the beautiful city of Kyiv when I was there in the beginning of my journey in August 2016. This was at the time when Ukraine also was at war with Russia after they invaded Crimea. As you'll hear, it was a love-hate relationship with their big brother from the east. On one hand, we talk about some very popular toilet paper with Putin's face on them. And on the other hand, we pass a big monument called the Arch of Friendship, celebrating the friendship between the two nations. I wonder what the Ukrainian people think of that monument this week.
This is the Radio Vagabond.
Ksenia, you've agreed to spend an hour or two with me, showing me something of your country. What's in store for me?
Well, you will see the best sites of Kyiv. Kyiv is a very old city, it's a historical city. The civilization in Eastern Europe started from Kyiv. So you will see main attractions of the city, also beautiful panoramic view. And I will try to explain you how we live here, how local people do live here. So you will have local experience.
And talking about experience, you're an experienced tour guide.
Yeah, exactly, I am.
And you were even chosen to show a few Danish politicians around Kyiv.
Yeah, actually to Prime Minister of Denmark, to Speaker of the Danish Parliament. I cooperate with Danish Embassy in Ukraine, so I'm very pleased and I love my guests.
Yeah, and now you get a chance to show a Radio Vagabond around.
Sure.
Okay, let's go.
This is the Radio Vagabond podcast.
Have you seen the most popular Ukrainian souvenir?
No.
The toilet paper with
Yes,
the face
I
of
just took a picture of it.
So it's the most...
There it is.
Yeah, exactly.
So does that say something about what Ukrainians think about Putin?
Actually, yes. Actually, yes. And if you ask any local person, he will tell you that he buys it for personal use and it's very soft. So now we are coming to see the monument. It's Arch of Friendship. Arch of Friendship between people, between Russians and Ukrainians. It was built in 1981 because that year was 60 years anniversary as Ukraine became part of USSR. So now we are not so big friends with Russia because we have the war which is going on in the east of Ukraine and our soldiers are dying every day. But the arch exists. And actually the friendship also exists because we are all relatives, we are brothers. Mm-hmm. So politicians they play chess, but the family is the family. So you can't stop communication with your family just because they live in Russia. Anyway,
that must be a strange thing being in war and still some friends and family and.
It's very strange. We say it's a hybrid war. It's not real war, but it's real war. Yeah. On the one hand, it's going on 800 kilometers from us, so in Kyiv we don't feel it. But every morning, our news, radio, TV channels, they start the morning about the news from the east. So every morning we get know how many our soldiers died last night, and this is very depressive, but we get used to this, so for us it's like the process of living.
Yeah, but that must also affect the people here, because I guess that some of the soldiers are from this part of
from
Ukraine.
Kyiv, yeah, and many these soldiers who are there, they are not like strangers, they are relatives. So for example, my mom's friend, she is the mother of the soldier who is right now at the east of Ukraine. So it's part of every of us.
What an amazing view from here.
To my mind, it's one of the best views of the city. You can see the river, name is Dnipro. There is the bridge, you see that bridge?
That's huge.
Yeah, it's under construction for 5 years because they had only one machine that could build the bridge and that machine fall down into the river.
Oh.
Now they don't have the machine. Yeah, and that's why we don't know how long will it take more to build that unlucky bridge.
Oh.
Now we go to Vladimir Hill Park. We will go to see the monument to Saint Vladimir. Just make your imagination about the person. Okay. He had 800 wives.
800?
800. How many birthday presents?
Yeah. And 800 mother-in-laws.
Poor man.
Oh.
So he's not so happy man.
No.
Officially he had only 12 children. He always said that only boys could be his official children. Uh-huh. Yeah, and we say it's not a good result, 12 children, if you have 800 wives.
No, that's tells me that he was neglected.
Officially more than 100.
Yeah.
Kyiv was founded by Vikings. According to the story, 3 brothers and 1 sister, they came here by boat and settled the city. The oldest brother name was Kyiv. This is why the name of the city is Kyiv, named by the oldest Viking.
Wow.
Yeah, so by Vikings.
Wow.
There is.
And what was his name?
Kyiv. So in Ukrainian, the name of the city sounds like Kyiv.
Oh.
Kyiv, named by him. Yeah. Now we hear do you hear the piano?
Yeah.
It's piano free, open for everyone, so everyone can sit and play. He's talented.
What?
He is talented.
Very, very talented.
So now we are between 2 cathedrals, and that cathedral is 1,000 years old, older than this one, blue one.
Oh.
So this is Saint
Wow.
Michael. It closed. It works from 7 a.m. till 7 p.m. We can hear Michael's bells tower right now. It's 8 p.m. so it rings.
And this was rebuilt not that long ago.
In 2000, yeah, 16 years ago. Unfortunately, it was destroyed.
Yes.
So now it's new one. That's why many people, they don't like it. They say it's new one, come on, but what can we do? It's good that they rebuilt it because the history, it's our history.
Yes, as Ksenia said, it's their history. And I wonder what kind of history has been written this week and in the coming time. To be honest, I don't see how this is going to end. That the sanctions are going to make Putin think, well, this was a mistake, I'll pull my troops out? Not likely. That the world and the Ukrainians just accept that Russia take over this beautiful European country with proud people that love their freedom and democracy? No, I don't see that happening either. What I fear the most is that this will end very bloody and escalate to even more countries. I feel so bad for the Ukrainian people right in the continent where I grew up. They just want to live a life in peace. But to be honest, I also feel bad for the regular Russian people who didn't make this decision and who will suffer from what happens with the economic sanctions imposed by the world. All in all, this is a bad situation. I just wrote to Ksenia to tell her how much I worry about them. And she wrote back, "Thank you. We're now at the bomb shelter. It's hell here in Kyiv." And with that, my name is Palabo, and I'll be back soon with another regular episode of the Radio Vagabond. Next, we're going to Kenya. See ya.
Produced by RadioGuru.co.uk.